Hello and welcome. This is Kevin, also known as AWOL, and today we're going to work with this pattern here. This pattern is 8474 on friendshipbracelets.net. Let me grab up the little segment thing here and bring it over to my template. So part of the goal is to get it all centered and make it really nice. Transform clockwise. There we go. That's a big part of it, really, is to get it centered. I have to admit, though, I like seeing the patterns on my templates better than I like seeing it over on the website. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way I do, but it just, the other one is kind of difficult. Now, I have to make a big executive decision, a couple of them, in fact. One of them is which one of the two colors is going to get the variegated. I guess it'll be this shape here as opposed to the background. I think that'll be it. So we'll do the background a color. We'll do that as a gray. So let's get our paint tool. There's a dot in the center, a dot off to the side, dot over here, and one here. So that's these. And then let's go ahead and take this green and figure out kind of what the rest of this sort of looks like. So I'm not 100% sold on the idea that this one is gonna look awesome when you give it variegated, because so many strings are coming together and each one might be a different shade when it comes to the whole variegated moving around. Mind you, in case you're not familiar, I'm doing a bunch of variegated floss patterns and videos, I guess, because I got a sampler in and I thought they were pretty cool, but I wanted to use them up. They're only good on certain projects, and I thought we could use them all up and maybe in the process kind of learn some things about mixing up colors and kind of seeing how it goes. And so yeah, we're getting closer and closer to having used up all of it, but we're not quite there yet. So there's the one there, one here, one here. This comes into this one and this one. Now technically, I wouldn't have to fill in both the left and right side because this pattern is very symmetric, but it's a little bit easier for me to kind of see the whole overall pattern and know that I'm doing it right when I can kind of see the shapes and stuff. Now when it comes to working out the strings, I'll just do 1/4 of it. That's kind of par for the course because I can copy and paste, and I know that this is for some people too troublesome just to sort out the pattern on a graph paper that's made to the size that you're using. Some people have told me that this is just too much work. I would say for me, it saves me so much more time when I'm making the bracelet. It saves me, you know, knowing that everything is centered and gonna look cool. And I don't know, for me, it works out best this way. It's it really comes down to whatever feels right for you. But by doing this, I get things centered and I get practice, because I'm just looking at this part of the pattern as if it was just a bracelet that was already made. And I am practicing this skill to be able to make patterns from just seeing a bracelet. And it gives me the ability to make changes, or, you know, if there's maybe a segment I like and a part that I don't, I can work it out, like right in the graph paper. So that's pretty cool. All right, so now it's time to fill in the strings. So we know the first one is gray, the second one must be green. And this is going to be super easy. Yeah. I can just follow the path straight across all the way down. There we go. So it'll skip one, it'll go to this one, and we can see, yep, it fills in just in the right spots. When it gets to the center, you basically have to imagine that this is mirrored. So that means the two greens are coming in, two greens will be going out. You can see there are some parts that are not being hit yet, but we still have one more strand of green to come down. And this should get to all the rest. See, all the rest in here are done. So the original pattern was green and green, but I think we're gonna go with green and gray just to have a little bit more contrast. The strings that I have, I don't think if we tried to match it with another green, it would turn out very well. Just, it kind of covers too broad a scale, so it's, yeah, light green wouldn't work and a dark green really wouldn't work. So it's just about the string that I'm using. All right, we'll hide the example, get the select tool, select this whole top right corner, Control C, Control V, flip tool, using the horizontal line, it'll flip right on that line right there. And then you have to go to layer and you anchor that floating layer and you merge it down. Now I can grab the whole top part, Control C, Control V, just copy and paste. And then we have our lower part as well. Again, layer, anchor it, merging it down. And there is our bracelet. I really like it. So it's going to repeat 5 times. That's interesting. The fact that it actually starts on the black, kind of boxing it in, that's kind of cool. I like that as well. Before I go, I need to thank my YouTube members for making this possible. Along with the variegated string, we've got about 1,200 skeins of floss that come in. And believe it or not, I kind of was like, well, we won't make a video about it because it's really not that much floss. But then thinking about it now, it's like, yeah, that really was a lot. So yeah, the contributions add up and it helps make all of this possible. So thank you guys very much. I'm going to go and try to get this thing made so you can see what this looks like tomorrow. All right, thanks for watching. And as always, don't get your strings in a bunch.